The music is so stunningly beautiful and so intelligently written. If I open my beautiful score, every page is so geniusly beautiful from the aesthetic point of view, but also from the emotional, why it is written point of view. The subject is the most tragic one. If you lose your son, you don't need to be top religious to understand what it means. Dvořák lost a few of his children. I think for Dvořák, the Requiem and the Stabat Mater were two pieces to underline the beauty of life and the beauty of the love for your family and for your people who are close to you, using the Latin text of the Stabat Mater or the Requiem.
You can really hear the pain and the angst coming from the composer, and of course translating into the pain that Mary was suffering. And it's so, I mean, it's hard to kind of keep it together sometimes, but it is just so beautiful.
This time I am able to come in a very early stage, that is 2.5 weeks before we do the concert, which gives a certain way of communicating with the chorus in a preparatory phase. The Belfast Philharmonic Choir is very, very privileged to have James Grossmith as choral conductor, and we had pretty intensive online call to discuss the Czech tradition that I want to bring into the chorus, and James translated that in his rehearsals. So when I came to the first choral rehearsal with the piano, I sensed that work that James did, that is special to be in such an early phase of the whole project, be together with the singers of the chorus. When they join us with the orchestra in the final week, it's a day rehearsal with the orchestra alone, then the soloists join, and then the chorus comes in. That's in total 2 days, 4 rehearsals in 2 days, and the concert is prepared. I must say I'm lucky to do it here in the beautiful space of the Ulster Hall, the beautiful sound of the Ulster Hall. Also with a top orchestra and a very good prepared chorus, but we have 4 world-class singers. And I've worked with them now a few times, and as a quartet for the Dvorak Stabat Mater. And it was in 2 hours work, it was completely like one unity and one family.
It was absolutely fantastic to meet Jac well in advance of coming here. About 3 weeks ago, we all kind of arrived in London from all sorts of places, and it was actually such a luxury to have that time with him. And he was able to put in so much detail, and we were able to go away and think about it and take some of the things that he had said that were just so inspiring. This is the first time that I've ever sung this piece, and there are some wonderful moments in it. I really love the sudden changes in harmonies, and it really does unexpected things.
You've got these huge, powerful choruses, and then also the piece pairs right down to very controlled solo singing, and of course has some lovely, really pianist-like stuff to do. And just the thrill of hearing that big chorus singing some of these numbers, and the orchestra playing wonderfully.
You get these soloists, especially the tenor line singing, it just pairs right down. You get this really simple line, and it can really ethereal sort of beauty, which is quite wonderful.
My favourite moments, I think, are the first quartet that we all sing together. It is just sumptuous music, and the words are just so painful. You know, how can a man look at the mother who's crying at the foot of her son? It's just awful. And then I get the lovely aria at the end, which is all about inflamed and angry.
What Dvorak cleverly does is the pacing of 80 minutes of music in an evening length. We don't have a break in the middle, so it is one story that is captivating. It's like a film or a page turner of a book that you want to finish. I try this time to bring what I learned in 10 years playing with the Czech orchestras, to bring that space of sound and the way they play. It's a very string-orientated country. So the strings in the orchestra have an enormous legato, and they take time for everything. There is a huge chorus in the first movement, then there comes a relaxing moment, and then there is the solo element, there is a duetto. So for everybody there is something, and the finale is the last 4 minutes of the music, is an enormously virtuosic amen. Now it's over, and let's try to think of something positive, or what this death on Good Friday meant to the mother and means to us. And you don't need to be religious to be a believer. With the Stabat Mater, this is so beautiful. It is completely timeless.